Good evening. Astronauts return to Earth after 9 months in space. NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams returned to Earth on March 18th, ending 9 months in space that began with a problematic test flight. Only two of them? Their SpaceX capsule parachuted into the Gulf of Mexico in the early evening, just hours after departing the International Space Station. Splashdown occurred off the coast of Tallahassee in the Florida Panhandle. Within an hour, the astronauts were out of their capsule, waving and smiling at the cameras while being taken away for routine medical checks. It all started with a Boeing test flight last spring. The two expected to be gone just a week or so after launching in Boeing's new Starliner Crew capsule on June 5th, but so many problems occurred on the way to the space station that NASA eventually sent Starliner back empty and transferred the test pilots to SpaceX, pushing the homecoming to February. Then SpaceX capsule issues added another month's delay. The arrival of their relief crew on March 16th meant Wilmore and Williams could finally leave. They left with NASA's Nick Hague and Russia's Alexander Gorbunov, who had arrived in their own SpaceX capsule last fall. Wilmore and Williams ended up spending 286 days in space, 278 days longer than originally planned. That's so long. They circled Earth 4,576 times and traveled 195 million kilometers by the time of splashdown. On behalf of SpaceX, welcome home. Radio Ud SpaceX Mission Control in California. What a ride, replied Hague, the capsule's commander. I see a capsule full of grins ear to ear. Dolphins circled the capsules as drivers readied it for hoisting onto the recovery ship. Once safely on board, the side hatch was opened and the astronauts were helped out, one by one. NASA has hired SpaceX and Boeing to transport astronauts to and from the space station until it's abandoned in 2030. By then, it will have been up there for more than 3 decades. The plan is to replace it with a privately run station so NASA can focus on Moon and Mars expeditions. Okay, discussion. What are your thoughts on the astronauts' return to Earth? Welcome back. That's all I can say. What do you imagine it would be like to spend 286 days in space? That's gonna be so long. Don't you think, my baby? Come over here. Yeah, come over here. Okay. Have you ever had to stay somewhere longer than you originally planned? Yes. I had a delay with my flight one day, and I had to stay in Narita for like 5 hours during the midnight. It was horrible. There's no comfortable bed. I just need to sleep on a chair, which is so hard and it's gonna... Anyways, what's the first thing you do upon returning home after a year-long absence? Jump into my bed and just sleep. Do you think it's a good idea to replace the International Space Station with privately run stations? I think it's okay. Further discussion. If you could ask Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams anything about their time in space, what would it be? What did they do when they get bored? Sudoku? Puzzle? I don't know. That's I want to ask. What fascinates you most about space exploration? It's somewhere else than Earth. Outside of Earth. It's just fascinating. Yes. Do you think space tourism will become affordable within your lifetime? I hope, because I want to go. Do you think you will live to see a human mission to Mars? Maybe, yes, because technology is growing so rapidly. Astronauts are the closest thing we have to superheroes. Unknown. Do you agree with this statement? Yes, I can agree with that. Hold on, if I can get my cat. No, no, you don't want to come. Ah, no, she didn't. He didn't like it.